We're at Camp David. We're right next to the entrance to the presidential retreat here in the Catoctin Mountains of Maryland. We're about to walk 100 miles all the way to the White House over 8 days. We're doing it because we want to preserve a future for all grandchildren. Camp David was named after President Dwight Eisenhower's grandson, David Eisenhower, as a place for the president to spend quality time with his grandkids. And so we're asking President Obama to globalize the Camp David spirit and protect the whole world for a quality future for grandchildren.
Now, this is also a protest. It's also a way of asking President Obama to look at this really more carefully maybe than he has. But it's also, this is a human movement. You know, these are human beings who have engaged their hearts in this. There's a 14-year-old and a bunch of college students, but then there's a 60-year-old woman who's going to retire.
I'm just loving it. I feel better now walking than I do at home when I'm in front of my computer or working. Very talented group of people, you know, who are enjoying each other.
This is just a wonderful group of people and a wonderful thing to be doing. I don't have any grandkids biologically of my own, but my wife has 3 lovely, beautiful grandkids, and I love them as if they were my own. And I think the Native Americans had it right when they said, when you do something, think about how it's going to impact the 7th generation. And I think the least we can do is think about our kids and our grandkids and what kind of a life and what kind of a planet are we leaving them.
So we're walking from Camp David right up to the White House, talking to people along the way, bringing them on board, giving them an understanding of why on the 2 hottest weeks of the year, these 2 grandparents are willing to walk 100 miles for the future of our children, our grandchildren, future generations. This is so important.
I do worry about how things will be for people down the line, and I know we've already seen drastic changes in our own lifetime in the last 5-10 years that are happening much faster than climate scientists predicted. As elders, you know, we've been around long enough to know that, you know, we've really seen a lot of changes, and with the, you know, CO2 in the atmosphere just, you know, topping 400 parts per million, it's a little bit scary, but I also feel like, you know, don't sit and stew, do something.
We are walking for our grandchildren, for future generations, for a sustainable planet. It is my generation that is going to face the consequences of climate change. Fired up! Fired up! Ready to go! Ready to go! PRM! PRM! Got to go! Got to go!
I said in February that all I'd ever wanted to see was a movement about climate change. And now we've seen it, and now it builds stronger and bigger with every passing day.
We no longer have time to sit and argue about whether climate change is real. Now is the time to productively discuss what needs to be done and go do it. I'm standing here to let President Obama know that I won't let my future, and the futures of my own kids and grandkids, go down the drain.
We have resources to give and to invest in the future. It's not time to retire. It's time to recommit.
I expect that someday all of our grandchildren are going to say to us, what did you do when we had the crisis about climate change? What did you do? And my answer is going to be, I did the walk, I did the marches, and I was part of it.